Hi, my name is Aislinn Sharp and I'm a Brisbane Are You OK ambassador, registered psychologist and singer-songwriter. I'm so happy to be talking with you today about Are You OK Day and the Are You OK message. To start, I'd like you to take a moment to think about what is Are You OK Day? What do you know about it? What does it mean to you? Many people in Australia are familiar with the Are You OK brand and know about our yearly national campaign day in September. But not everyone knows the why behind Are You OK Day and how it got started. To show you, I'd now like to share a short video that explains the powerful beginnings and story of Are You OK?
Are You OK Day grew out of a project that I started around looking to do something that inspired me and that was altruistic, something that could help other people.
Today is the day when we reach out to family and friends with a simple question.
Well, I'm an ambassador for
Yes.
Are You OK Day. I think you are too, aren't you? Yes.
Dad named his idea Are You OK Day, and I can remember the night he came home and told us about it. I didn't think it was going to be as big as it has become, and now look where I am, talking in front of you about Are You OK Day.
My father took his own life in 1995 and it was devastating.
So I've sort of cut off from everybody now. And in that time, if I hadn't spoken to anyone, it's only been someone in the shop to, order something or get a paper or some bread or something like that. And I've decided that tonight's the night that I'll finish my life.
The idea of finding something that would honour that memory but was consistent with the kind of guy he was important. We intentionally chose the strapline of Are You OK Day being a conversation could change a life because it actually is the one thing that all of us can do to make a real difference. Getting connected, staying connected is the best thing any of us can do both for ourselves and for anybody who may be at risk. That said, it's not just about those at risk. We want everybody in Australia, right across the spectrum of society, to just reach out to the people in their lives that they care about and essentially let them know that they do care by asking, are you okay?
Gav's never far away. I often think, what would Gav think about this? And I hope that he'd be happy with where we're going.
He'd be very happy. He would be very happy.
Every day we're hearing how people are having conversations that are changing lives. It's no longer a question for a single day. The conversations are happening every day of the year.
Every Australian, every human has that gut feeling when they know that something's not right with their buddy. And I think it's just about engaging them, getting together, having a chat, having a beer, doing what you usually do.
There are so many lonely people, and often people who know them just don't give them a thought.
When was the last time that you asked a mate or a colleague, are you okay? If it's been a while, it might be time you picked up the phone.
Just that conversation, that question changed my life.
In 1995, much-loved Barry Larkham was far from okay. His suicide left his family and friends in deep grief and with endless questions. So in 2009, his son Gavin Larkin chose to campaign just one question to honour his father and to try and protect other families from the pain he's endured. Are you okay? So why am I here today talking about Are You Okay? Because we all experience life's ups and downs, especially this year with all the challenges and uncertainties we've faced coping with COVID-19 restrictions and massive disruptions. This year has been really tough, and we've all been impacted in some way. To share something about myself, I originally became an Are You OK ambassador because of my value alignment with the organisation's core Are You OK message that it's okay to not be okay. As a musician and psychologist, I've facilitated workshops at the Queensland Conservatorium about how to manage performance anxiety. So I've worked with musicians and shared this message that it's okay to talk about performance anxiety, to make space for uncomfortable feelings, and to receive support. But since then, it's become more. Nearly 2 years ago, I lost my cousin to suicide. So now, I'm learning it's okay and normal to feel sad about losing someone in your life. It's okay to feel uncomfortable by COVID-19 restrictions and to not fully understand all the complexities of this health crisis we're all facing. It's okay to not feel okay. By giving someone the opportunity and the time to share what they're feeling, we're giving that person something truly invaluable. We're giving them a sense of connection, a sense of belonging, and space to say, I'm not okay, and that's okay. We can all learn to reach out and ask people around us, are you okay? And to connect meaningfully and change a life. Before you ask someone, are you okay? Take a moment to think about what you might notice or observe in someone if they're not okay. Perhaps they may not seem themselves, be out of sorts, more agitated or withdrawn from work, or they just don't seem themselves. Maybe you've got a feeling that someone you know or care about isn't behaving as they normally would. The "Are you okay?" message is powerful and encouraging us to trust that gut instinct and act on it. It's about becoming more aware of others, learning to notice the signs of when someone may not be okay, and knowing how to ask, are you okay? That could help change a life. So, how do you start to have an "Are you okay?" conversation? First, it's about self-awareness, checking in with ourselves and asking, am I ready to start an "Are you okay?" conversation? Something I've learned from being a psychologist is the importance of self-care when looking after others. You might even find it helpful to take a moment right now to reflect upon your own self-care strategies and ask yourself, how do I know when I'm not okay? And how do I take care of myself? What do I do? To help you decide whether you're ready to start a meaningful conversation, here are some helpful questions to consider. Ask yourself, am I ready? Am I in a good headspace? Am I willing to genuinely listen and give enough time as needed? Am I prepared? Do I understand that by asking someone, are you okay, the answer could be no? Then what do we do? This is a real concern for many people that can hold them back from asking, are you okay? So this year, our campaign is There's More to Say After Are You Okay?, which is about educating and spreading awareness of how to use the 4 steps in having an "Are you okay?" conversation. And have I picked a good moment for the person to talk to? If you're at work, have I chosen somewhere that's relatively private and comfy for them? Once you've considered these questions and decided you're ready, you can then follow the 4 steps to having an "Are you okay?" conversation. To help you learn how to ask, I'm now going to introduce you to ALEC, which is an easy shorthand way to remember the 4 steps of having an "Are you okay?" conversation. Step 1, A stands for ask, are you okay? Be relaxed, friendly, and concerned in your approach. You can help the person open up and start chatting by asking questions like, how have you been going? Or what's been happening for you lately? It doesn't have to be literally asking someone, are you okay? You can mention specific things or observations you've noticed, things that you've shown concern for in the other person, like, you seem less chatty than usual. How are you going? But if the person is not ready to chat, that's also okay. If they don't want to talk, don't criticize them. Let them know you're concerned about changes you've noticed in their behavior and emphasize that you care about them. You could say, that's okay. Please call me if you ever want to chat. Or, is there someone else you'd prefer to talk with? Step 2, L stands for listen with an open mind. Take what they say seriously and try not to interpret or rush the conversation. Acknowledge their experiences, and that things seem tough for them. If they need time to think, sit patiently with the silence. Encourage them to explain more about the situation. So, for example, you could ask, "How are you feeling about that?" Or, "How long have you felt that way?" You could also show that you've listened by reflecting back what you've heard in your own words and ask if you've understood them correctly. Step 3, E stands for encourage action. This is always autonomous for the other person and about walking alongside them. It's about offering them support as they take action and step towards what they believe and choose as being helpful in their situation. To assist this process, you could ask them, "What have you done in the past to manage similar situations?" Or, "How would you like me to support you?" If they're really struggling, you could help them focus on the here and now by asking, "What's something you can do for yourself right now that might be calming or relaxing?" Perhaps you could reflect things that have helped you through a tough situation, like, "When I was going through a difficult time, I tried this. Maybe you might find it helpful too." If the person you're chatting with has been really down for more than 2 weeks, you could also encourage them to see a health professional. You could say, "It might be helpful to link in with someone who can support you. I'm happy to assist you in finding the right person to speak with if that's helpful." Be positive about the role of professionals in getting through tough times. Finally, step 4, check in. This means we're not just having a one-off conversation with someone. Checking in is about staying in touch with the person and being there for them. Genuine care and concern can make a real difference. Perhaps you're someone who likes using calendars to stay organised. So perhaps you could pop in a reminder in your diary to call the person in a couple of weeks. But if they're really struggling, consider following up with the person sooner. You could say, "I've been thinking of you and wanted to know how you've been going since we last chatted." Ask if they've found a better way to manage the situation. And if they haven't done anything, it's important not to judge them. They might just need someone they can trust to listen for the moment. So to recap using ALEC and the 4 steps of having an "Are you okay" conversation. Step 1, A stands for ask, "Are you okay?" Step 2, L, listen with an open mind. Step 3, E, encourage action. And finally, step 4, C stands for check in. To learn more about how to have Are You OK conversations and to find help, please visit our website www.areyouok.org.au. As we've all been impacted by COVID-19 restrictions and physical distancing, I think the Are You OK message is needed in our community now more than ever to reassure people that it's okay to not feel okay and to encourage us to reach out and talk and seek support if needed. It's amazing to have this opportunity to share the Are You OK message with you and to have your organisation's support of Are You OK Day, which is on Thursday, the 10th of September. As I wrap up this presentation, I wondered, did you know that any day can be Are You OK Day? In fact, Are You OK's vision is a world where we're all connected and protected from suicide. Our mission is to inspire and encourage everyone to meaningfully connect with people around them and to support anyone struggling with life. So it might surprise you to hear me say that our end goal is in fact to not need to have an Are You OK Day at all, because we're already connecting, supporting, and looking out for one another any day of the year. I hope by speaking as an Are You OK ambassador and as a singer-songwriter through the message of my new Are You OK inspired song Matter, that you will feel inspired to reach out and have more conversations with anyone who might be struggling with life. Thank you for supporting mental health awareness and Are You OK Day.